In this video, there's no educatory point or profound message or lesson that at this stage of editing this video I can really think of. It's just putting paint to plastic, and that's sometimes all miniature painting needs to be. So join me as we build and paint some models, and maybe there might be a lesson in the end. I'm not guaranteeing anything though. For this video we're going to be using Great Escape Games' Dead Man's Hand, a skirmish game set on the backdrop of the Wild West, where you get to play as bands of tough and wily cowboys, stoic lawmen, ruthless outlaws and crazy desperados. We're going to be using the gunfighters, of which consists of male gunfighters, and gunfighters 2, of which consists of female gunfighters. First up though, we need to build these, and as I'm doing this I'm getting real flashbacks to films and media that I've seen set in the Wild West. And every great western, like with any story really, you need to have a villain, and so I really wanted to make an archetypal villain, a lead if you will, and so I came up with Clarence Dust Devil Evans. Next up I wanted to start working on the hero, a downtrodden type, the underdog, and so I drew real inspiration from Sergio Corbucci's Django from 1966. Slight spoiler for the film, but in the end the main character's hand gets seriously mangled. Struggling to use his weapon, he props it on a wooden cross and confronts his foes in an epic standoff, and I really wanted my character in his display and posing to have this similar vibe. Going the extra mile, creating a bit of a backstory, making him the religious type as the town's pastor, Thomas the Angel Sims. Of course, every town needs a nobleman and show the hand of the law, so I started working on a lawman that looked very official, very prim and proper, quite well to do I suppose, and so I came up with the sheriff, Elmer Lawful Long. Of course, every villain needs his group of cronies, ready to do their dirty work and cause real problems for our heroes. As such, I really wanted to create a bit of uniformity of these, not only in their look, but also in terms of how I was going to paint them. And because they're the no good types, I had all of them wearing masks or face coverings to conceal their identity. These made up the Dust Devil gang members. Finally, every hero needs something or someone to fight for. And well, in this case, potentially story-wise, a group to rally for the cause, for the greater good. And so I started working on some townspeople who were going to face off against these invading gang members, ready to defend the town that they've created and called home. And just through what they're wearing and even the things on their bases really gives a sense to their character and occupation, of which I hope, again, colour will reinforce. Finally, before priming these miniatures, I laid down some Armageddon dust on the bases just to blend the models into their surrounding. And well, all that's left to do now is to get painting. So what was the takeaway from this video? Well, for me, it's grab some models, build said models, pick up some paint and some brushes, slap that paint on and let your imagination run wild. Because that, at the end of the day, is the joy of miniature painting. you.